Vivek Murthy released a new advisory on alcohol and cancer risk, stating that alcohol consumption is the third leading preventable cause of cancer in the U.S. after tobacco and obesity. Murthy said, alcohol is a well-established preventable cause of cancer, responsible for about 100,000 cases of cancer and 20,000 cancer deaths annually in the United States, greater than the 13,500 alcohol-associated traffic crash fatalities per year in the United States. Yet, the majority of Americans are unaware of this risk. Now, recent survey data indicates that about half of Americans have used alcohol at least once in the last month, while about a quarter reported binge drinking, meaning they've had 5 or more drinks in one setting, and 6.5% reported drinking more than this. The current 2020 to 2025 dietary guidelines suggest that drinking less alcohol is better for health than drinking more, and individuals who do not drink alcohol should not start drinking for any reason. For those who do drink, the guidelines further recommend drinking 2 or less standard drinks per day for men and 1 drink or less daily for women, though they noted that emerging evidence suggests that even drinking within the recommended limits may increase the overall risk of death from various causes, such as from several types of cancer and some forms of cardiovascular disease. Therefore, caution is recommended. For the listeners at home, a standard drink in the US is about 14 to 15 grams of alcohol. That's about a 12-ounce beer, 5 ounces of wine, or 1.5 ounces of an 80-proof spirit. So the premise, Dr. Baraki, you'll lead on this one. Any amount of alcohol intake is bad for health. What say you?
Man, these broad premises are challenging. So I'll go ahead and take the affirmative on this. Let's see what happens.
All right.
And so the first thing is health, how we're defining that here. And I think that it is, if given the premise how broad it is, fine to take as broad of a definition of health, comprising all of the usual domains, the biological domain, the psychosocial domain as well. And I think that if we look purely from a biological standpoint, I am not aware of compelling evidence of direct biological benefit from ingesting alcohol. This has been purported before as far as its relationship with cardiovascular disease and some other things. That's not as convincing to me as maybe it might have appeared in prior years to other folks.